So the Creator Series finale then. Unfortunately, I wasn't racing it as I was too busy running the London Marathon, but it was the championship decider and it was pretty spicy between Karim and Ben. So I thought we'd watch it together, we'd analyse the incidents. Let's get into it. I was going to watch the full 3-hour broadcast back, but Creator Series thankfully have uploaded a 19-minute highlights to the YouTube channel. So this is what we were watching, so shout out to them for this, but let's get cracking. So start with the sprint race. By the way, before this, there's 3 points to separate Karim and Ben in the championship. So it's basically winner takes all, but it's a reverse championship order sprint race. So as you can see in the bottom left here, the guys other than reserves are starting at the back. Karim starting 16th, Ben starting 17th as he led by 3 points going into this one. So let's have a look.
Off nearly 2, 3, 4 and 5. And for the sprint in Las Vegas, we are racing short run down into turn number 1, and how quickly can the main protagonists get themselves up to the front of the field. And Cutter Lucas has had an absolute stormer off the line. There was a V-carb launching it down the inside, and then Adam Sanderson
Adam's already got off. He's already ghosted there. To be fair, Adam's got a bad connection, so that could have been lag. And it's down to 19th. But got going again. Oh yes, you're right. You're right. Adam didn't have connection because he was at Ben's house. You're right. Yeah. Skill issue then.
That guy Vince makes an early retirement, and I think it's just
the backwards.
Flag, but that's in the middle of the circuit.
That's what happens here. Oh, he just locks it. Just locks the rears. Wow. Not much reaction from him. At least he didn't break his thumb this time. He's on 55% bias as well. I don't know how he did that, to be fair to him. I can see why he was shocked. Rated a bit too hard, clearly. And that was it. His wheel was gone. Wow. That was... We only had standard damage in Creator Series as well. That's a real surprising one. Anyway.
That is very early to pick up a 3-second penalty.
Now this is the big drama. Look at the state of this. Karim and Ben both out of the race.
Massive crash down into 14th.
Both championship protagonists out of the race in the sprint. I love that this happened. Basically, what happens here, and I have seen this beforehand, what seems to happen here is for some reason Karim does a bit of a bump draft on Ben. You just can't really bump draft in F1 game. The collision physics is a bit too janky, so I'm surprised he did that. Ben breaks a bit earlier than he expects, but because he's got no real gap, he ends up just smashing into the back of him. Just watch this. It's just a clumsy mistake, honestly. I mean, Ben did break early. Yeah, we'll watch Ben's POV in a second. And they will get shafted. Now, Karim's rejoin, though. I say rejoin. He's obviously already on the track. Not the best. Karim actually wasn't out at that point. Let's see if this shows anything different. Let's see how Ben reacts to this, actually. I expect to be very happy.
Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god. I've been absolutely killed by Karim.
What? Karim? What are you doing, Karim?
Oh, me.
You can hear Adam in the background. So not very happy, unsurprisingly. He does break a chunk earlier than Kai. Can we look at the... I want to go back to the previous lap. Let's see. Again, I think you'd normally break... So there's the 150. You'd normally break at the 100-meter board, which is there. But Ben is breaking here, to be fair. Ben is breaking here. So to be fair to Ben, he did it consistently to the previous lap. Ben does just break super early for this corner. Fair enough. There's a Ben break about the same point. So it's just misjudgment by Karim then. To be honest, as a content creator, I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that. Especially as they both DNF. Like, it'd be annoying if, let's say Karim went on to win that race and that ended up giving him the championship. Obviously, that's really annoying. The fact they both DNF'd, inject it into my veins. It's only a sprint anyway. There was no big points on offer. Ben still led the championship after the sprint. It's fine. I love this. I love this. Anyway, the rest of the sprint. Let's have a look what else happens. My goat Safso takes the lead. And on to the final lap. And they're side by side. Neither probably wants to lead. Tombina, the sprint race expert. Fabio, though, has gone past him up to P2.
Into second place, which is probably the best
boxed in. Tombina smart boxes him in. Can he get this done? Tombina will leave room. He always does. No, looks like Fabio's got that move, does he? Yes, he has. How much battery does Fabio have? Here we go, we're going to find out. Final DRS straight of Vegas. Saf's unfortunately sitting duck here. Tombina's miles back. Oh, Safso going aggressive in defence, trying to hold around the outside. Oh, a bit deep. Nicely done, both of them. Beautiful. Beautiful. But... I don't think they're all low on battery. They're all low on battery, but Tombina's got more. Tombina's got more. Oh my god. Tombina gets it by nothing at all. Tombina saved just enough battery. That is actually a great move because if you look on the exit of this corner, once they sort it out here, he's 4.5 tenths back. Wait, that would, okay, 3 tenths back from Fabio. He's half a second back from the lead. But interestingly here, his light's flashing. There. So he didn't have much charge either. That means he's got less than 10%. So these two must have had 0% at this point, and he's got less than 10, which is just enough to get it. So fair play. And Safsa told me afterwards he thought he covered the inside line here, but there was just enough room for Tombina, which allowed him to just steal that win. But look at that. Less than a tenth of a second covers the top 3. Mega finish. So I was right. I actually had 36% at the start of the straight. So it's the momentum he gets onto the straight rather than when he ran out. Because look, he burns it. And I was right. He does go below 10%. Yeah, just enough. Safso's even lower again. Oh, Safso just didn't fully cover it. Look at that. Safso should have come all the way over. Oh, lots of contact as well. And he just gets it. That is a great POV. Thanks for sending that. So it was Karim that gets pole then. No point pole position there, of course. But Karim gets pole. Then Kai and Fratic, Razin. Ben, though, only P8. And 9/10 off. What did Ben do? He was just slow. Wow. What I will say is, this season for Ben, he hasn't had the pace on average. Obviously, he's a great, he's got great racecraft and stuff, so he's able to always be pretty much on the podium most races. But his actual raw pace, some races like this race, he is just off the pace. He just hasn't got what he needs to be able to get the big results. But then other races, he's right there as one of the fastest. It's not just, I don't think it's fair to say that Ben has just been slow on F124 because I don't think he has. Some races he's there, some races he's not. I think that's the best way to describe it. And unfortunately for him, Vegas, one of the races that he was not there on pace, it seems, at least in qualifying. Let's get to the race then.
Lights above our heads very, very quickly. We got 2, 3, 4 and 5. And under the lights here in Las Vegas, the lights go out and we go racing. It's a good pull away from our 2 pole sitters.
Keep out the Mercedes then. This is Ben. This is Karim. Karim the McLaren, Ben and the Mercedes.
Karim on the outside, it's Kai on the inside, and Karim.
So Karim gets the jump. Ben actually doesn't gain any off the start. Oh no, wait. Yes, he does. No, he doesn't. He'll probably send it on the outside of Vince here. Will he? No, he's being cautious. Ben's been patient. He knows it's a 100% distance race. There's 50 laps in front of him. There's no point going silly. And that's what I mean. That's why Ben always ends up at the front. He's a smart racer and aggressive when he needs to be. Very aggressive when he needs to be. He's probably one of the more aggressive drivers in Creator Series. Ben actually struggling to keep Tombina behind right now. He's lost half a second to Vince.
Diving into the pit.
So
they all file into the pit.
A little bit of DRS showing later. They all pit at the same time. I guess because they know DRS is so powerful. But Ben actually dropped back. Look, you see that gap before they boxed? On lap 13, Ben's up to P6, but he's 4 seconds back. Just fighting a lost DRS, yeah, not smart. That's the sort of thing that Ben's normally smart at, but you can't. If you qualify 8th, you just can't control it sometimes. Right, Ben choosing to stay in his pack with Tombina and Tom and Lolly.
One more pit stop as the yellow flags further back. Safety car here in Vegas.
Safety car, what caused that? There's someone in the final corner.
Causing all of the chaos.
Mike Stachio?
Was it Mike Stachio?
This is Mike Stachio, the first safety car. Does he just lose it all on his own? There's no one around him. Yeah. Honestly, I feel like traction control in the game is weirdly like a false positive. It makes you feel like you're safe, and then sometimes it just bites you like that.
Well, if it's one time to get me boxed or not. Oh, what the?
What? Why did he get that? So we're going 50 miles an hour.
Well,
he was doing dead on 50.
Oh,
that's brutal. That's brutal. That's unfortunate of him. Anyway, that's what caused the safety car. It was perfect time for Ben. Yeah, of course. They've just boxed, haven't they? That is the classic Ben daily luck. And that wasn't a minion. That wasn't a purposeful one. That was just pure luck. Oh yeah, you're right. It could be Monal versus Klimov style thing. And he's back out in P2. Right, here we go. Oh yeah, this restart. I forgot about this. I haven't actually seen this yet. I heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
I'm saving fuel for as long as I can.
That was on purpose. He wasn't distracted. All I can think the tactic is here, the only thing that crosses my mind is that he was thinking, if Kai wins the race, I can finish behind Karim and still win the championship. But he's only 2 points back, so I don't think that applies. Oh, you're right. He's on new soft. Okay, I think Skyzy might have got it. So he's the only one on softs. So he's thinking, I would guess, if I let Kai go a bit, he didn't say it out loud annoyingly, but if I let Kai go a bit, I might be able to jump and get to Kai while the other guys behind lose DRS. I don't know. I think Ben always planned this. Look at the gap under the safety car. So Kai's gone. Look, Ben keeps swerving. He's not full throttle, not full throttle, not full throttle. Okay, now he's started to go. Now he's floored it. He's just gone up to medium ERS only.
I'm saving fuel for as long
back
as
down
I
to none.
can.
He turns on Karim a bit, but I don't know. You're not meant to be alongside on a safety car. It's not the end of the world.
And now we go.
He doesn't relift or anything like that. But look, 1.8 seconds. Other than the soft thing, I think that's just a bit of desperation of just trying to make something happen.
Simply lovely. Simply lovely.
I mean, to say
Absolutely
that
amazing.
to say that corner is easy flat is an understatement. Like, that is disappointing.
Oh, Ben. Ben. What is that, Reese?
Yeah, it's just all Ben through and through. There's two things there. The slow restart, which he's kind of entitled to do. It's not great, but like it's all right. And then turning in, I don't know. It's just the classic Ben Daly. I don't know. He wasn't trying to cause carnage, but he definitely has played some games. There's no doubt about that. Okay, moving on about 10 laps or so here. It's got Kai and Ben coming into the pits together. Razin and Karim staying out. It's raining. Yeah, pretty much everyone boxed.
Yeah, he was 4/10 quicker than Karim in the middle sector. Obviously lost a little bit of time coming out of the...
There goes Ben. So that was the right call. Ben's nailed that call. And that's the sort of thing that Ben tends to get right. I mean, his pace isn't always right there, but he's just overall all-round performance tends to be good enough to get him to someone at the sharp end. And the aggression when he needs to helps.
So, it's Vince's AI. Keep a close eye here.
Yeah, Vince is connected.
Extremely all the way down through the last corner, and he pulls to the inside. Fabio tries to follow him through, and as you can see, well, yeah, need I say any more? Big contact, big snap, and a tank slapper from Adam Sanderson. Infratic caught up. I am shocked he didn't retire, because it was a big
Same. That is a big crash.
Ferrari faithful.
That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
So Kai puts his foot to the floor. We're going to go green flag racing once again on lap 32 of
So Ben didn't hang about that time.
Towards the first corner, and there's a side-by-side battle further back as Chai.
But it's still Ben P2, Karim P3. So as it stands, Ben wins the championship. Final corner, is that another safety car?
16. Ryan is out of the session. We do finally have our first retirement. Just as
not a safety car though. Oh no, there is. What? Is it just because Creator Series is over? Is that all it is?
Wanting to retire because they would have
maybe that is. Anyway, there is a safety car. Here we go. Is he running traction control? He is. Ryan L83 is running traction control. What is this, Ryan? No way is my goat. Ryan L83 running traction control. Bro fell off so hard. Is it going to be another traction control induced crash? Nope, it's not. What the hell was this? Let's have a look. Oh. Lag spike. No. That's unfortunate. At least we've had no purposeful ones so far today. His reaction to the lag spike is to stop braking and actually even accelerates briefly. He just panics. He just panics and just drives into the wall. Oh dear. Oh dear, right. That's what you get for any traction control though. No sympathy. Get in the bin. Right. So once again, as it stands, Ben wins the championship. PT for Ben, P3 for Karim.
And when's he going to go? He puts his foot to the floor. The green flags will fly. And we'll go racing once again in Vegas. And it's going to be a great restart from Lolly Nova. And he tries to chance it around the outside of Razin Chai, braking on the exit curbs there. Can't necessarily get the car slow.
Oh, Razin running that wide. Fair play. Good racing for both there. Doing that a lot.
Razin Chai gets his way past
it's not 36, the next lap. No DRS, of course, we're still on inters. They're both just side by side. Krim being smart. Look how smart Krim's being. He's going, I've got to finish this race. I can't be bottled on this. Oh, that's getting spicy.
Tries to hang it around the outside. Karim touches with the wall.
I need to see on board with Krim for that because that was a terrible angle because that was close. That was close. Lifting super early, not wanting to get involved in a silly incident. Everyone's sliding around. Again, he does end up in the wall a little bit, but super patient there. You saw the size of the run he had. These guys have got in so deep, and Krim's got a beautiful run here. And look at that exit. I mean, honestly, given that exit, I don't know if I'd have backed out, but I would have ended up in the wall. Yeah, that's smart. That's smart racing, that. Keep himself in the fight. VDNFs, that's guaranteed championship over.
But the circuit is clean to use. Scott Taylor retires, and the final few corners.
Okay, Scott also retires now. So many safety cars, man. I'm glad I didn't race this one.
And the final few corners off.
So he's doing the wet, and he's on slicks. To be fair, he's on slicks in the wet. It was this lap mediums that were quicker than the. Oh yeah, Scott.
I've just lost the motivation. You know what it's like? See when you've just lost the will.
Yeah, fair enough. He took the risk. Going for the slicks in the slightly damp condition that didn't work out, so he just yeets into a barrier. So that was our first purposeful one then. He does that, causes another safety car. I've taken off. I was in the race. I'd be like, guys, can we do some green flag racing, please? But thankfully I wasn't.
I was hoping that nobody was going to crash into the rather stationary and or moving at the same time.
Why is it moving? I understand why it's stuck. I think he's disconnected, but why is it moving about? Stay there to the end of the race, really? Amazing. So we go then. Ben resumes with 9 laps to go, leading the race. Obviously wins the championship as it stands. Karim's got a run on Lolly.
inside
Boom,
line.
done.
Immediately
Just like
released
that.
by
They have all
Lonnie
boxes
Nova,
slicks, by the way, in that last safety car.
once again.
So,
Can
first
he
and second
win
now.
with one another? And now finds himself in P5 within the DRS of the drivers in front. Tiametmarduk leads and could be a sitting duck. As DRS will come
Okay,
to our drivers,
Karim
not
lets
this
Kai
lap, but
go.
next lap.
Don't think he'll fight that any longer.
Formula Karim and
That's
makes
a
the Formula Split battle
surprise.
on track once again.
Car was on softs, okay, I guess, but even then, it's in the straight. He did it.
It's Adam Sanderson potentially.
So Adam Sanderson, Ben's teammate, almost bins it, but yeah, you're right. We finally have the tyres down the left-hand side. So Kai is on softs, and the rest of them on mediums, but those softs will be a bit dead by the end. So he does take the lead. Again, as it stands, Ben still wins the championship. I believe you're about to see a bit of drama here.
Kai likes to take compared to some of the other drivers. Almost 3 wide for a moment there as Lonnie Nova now comes to join the party. Tiametmarduk wants a move done into the first corner. Kai closes the door. This could allow Karim down the inside of Tiametmarduk. Kai still blocking the way. Karim to the inside line. Not 1, not 2, but 3 cars now separating himself and Tiametmarduk, who's into the wall. Contact between himself and Lonnie Nova. Razin ties there as well, and Tiametmarduk, has he got front wing damage?
Right. Well, let's have a look at that. So, now this is probably the most controversial moment of the race, and some Ben fans were very not happy about this. So, what it looks like happens is Kai parks the bus a little bit. So Kai takes the lead, DRS straight, whatever, nice and easy. Ben's happy for him to go. He knows he needs DRS share anyway. Can't shot onto the lead. Look, he's just keeping an eye on Karim, just going, I don't want Karim to get me. Don't want Karim to get me. We're all good. Let's just stuck in behind Kai. Happy days. Kai's on better tyres right now. Well, Kai's a horrendous run there.
Right.
See, Ben's just desperately trying to block Karim off here.
Jesus.
That's okay. I think that's okay there. Where Ben goes to the right, I mean, that's never really a gap. I mean, technically there is, but, like, you know, going here, you know Kai's going to keep coming right. That's just that. Honestly, that's not smart. If you're trying to fight for a championship, that could have ended his race. You know, you get unlucky with contact model. Not the best, but that's fine. That's all fine.
Maybe they are working together. What is that?
Did he try and let Karim through? Maybe. Did he do it to help Karim and to shaft Ben? Probably not. If I'm Kai right now, I'm going, the only way I can win this race on these softs, which will be dead at the end, is to try and break DRS. That doesn't work because look, he makes a mistake here. A straight mistake, hits the curb, puts him wide. Now look.
Kai?
I don't think this is necessarily to shaft Ben or to help Karim. I could be wrong.
What is that?
But it's not that bad. It's really not. He just goes a little bit slow. I mean, look at Karim. It's not like Karim's flying through like Ben did on the restart. It's literally like, look at his inputs. Like, he hasn't got the graph like me, but look at his braking inputs. It's completely natural. Like, he barely goes slow. He goes a little bit slow. That's fine. And the amount of hate that Kai's gotten from this, his chat was an absolute mess after this, and that is disgusting, to be honest. So Kai just did what he did. It's not that bad, but now Ben does what Ben does.
Hello? Oh my god. Oh my god. Sorry, Razin. That's game over.
This is Ben's mistake on the exit is by far bigger than whatever Kai did here. Ben's got no damage after this. He's dropped to P3. He's still in the fight. Karim's come through, sure, but he's still in the fight. It's fine at this point. Complete, like, not a big issue. Ben lost his head here and just didn't look. I mean, look, you can physically see his car. You can clearly see a proximity arrow. You're saying, oh, when Ben turns the wheel, we can't see the proximity arrows. Be that as it may, he's not turning the wheel here. He should know Karim's there. Ben's lost his head. Oh, sorry, Razin's there. He's lost his head and didn't know he was there because he was too busy raging about Kai is what's happened. It's classic Ben, though, by the way. It's absolute classic Ben to somehow have a big incident like this. I know he got the damage, but still come out smelling the roses. Every other driver in the field would have got spun round and been sideways on the track. No, Ben somehow managed to still genuinely be side by side with Razin after all this.
Oh my god. Oh
Look, that happens. He doesn't even lose any momentum. How does that work?
Game over.
Nice one, Ben. That is what happened when you do not leave space onto a car outside.
Yes, Razin. More people need to do this to Ben. That's the only way he'll learn. He did apologise for it. Yeah. He saw that he came over on Razin.
No one to blame myself there, just moving over on Razin. I thought I was clear, but I was getting backed up by Kai.
Okay, he just thought he was clear of Razin, so... Well, he knew he wasn't clear, but... So all Karim really has to do is beat Ben. Doesn't have to win.
We've got 4 laps to go.
Just has to beat Ben.
At the moment, things are looking
And now Adam Sanderson causes a safety car. Honestly, I think this is probably the most controversial thing that happens in the race, weirdly.
Would it, wait, hold on, sorry. Would it benefit you more To come in, change tyres, change a wing, or to wait for the DRS chicken.
Just keep driving.
No.
So Ben says just keep driving, but Adam's offering to help him. Ben directly did not ask for that. In fact, if anything, Ben directly asked him not to do that. But Adam clearly does it for Ben. This season, they've introduced a rule that says you are not allowed to collude and conspire with others to retire from the race with the primary or sole purpose to help others' strategies out. This includes offering to retire to another driver, soliciting others to retire on your behalf, and any pre-planned strategies to retire to help another member of the grid out. If you are to retire from the race, it's because you are wanting to retire for intrinsic reasons only. Obviously, this will have an impact on race strategies, but it's obvious when it has been done for the wrong reasons. It doesn't mention there, oh, unless you're teammates, in which case don't worry about it. You are not allowed to cause a safety car to help a specific person out. This is banned. Honestly, I think this is the dodgiest thing that happens. Look, it's not that deep. Whatever, it's created series. I don't love this. If I'm in Adam's position, even if I'm, you know, where he is miles off the back of the pack with damage or whatever, I'm not doing this. Imagine if Ben wins the championship just because Adam is willing to do this. And then you end up with an arms race of, well, who in the grid is willing to help who? Okay, you could say, oh, but Kai helped Karim. Kai doesn't DNF himself to help Karim when Ben's made his own mistake and given himself his own damage. I think this is the worst thing that happens in this race, weirdly. But anyway, it's not that deep. It's fine. Whatever. I don't really care that much. But that is specifically outlawed. Yeah, Razin agrees this is the worst thing to happen.
Just stay out. Stay out's probably better.
Stay out's probably better. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, he's not going, maybe. He's literally going, no. Like, no. I think it would be better for me to stay out. He's literally asked him not to do it, if anything. So, Ben does nothing wrong. It is at perfect timing, though.
Oh my
He does do a legal pit, but everyone seems to be doing that.
See, I would never ask you to crash. Like, no.
And he didn't, so Ben did nothing wrong. So immediately goes to the inside. P11. Got a lag going on there as well. So Ben has to beat Karim here, who's leading the race.
Cat amongst the pigeons with the pace.
Oh, that was very turn-in-y. Oh, mistake there from F1 Alex. Helps him. I don't know if he just jumps out of the way. There's one more lap to go. Ben basically needs Karim to DNF here, pretty much. We'll have a big incident on the last lap. He hasn't really got much control. He can do what he can do. He's got fastest lap. Should he keeps that, there's now 3 points then between them effectively.
Expect them to use all their battery.
Yeah, this guy's going all in for this. But Ben should be able to do it anywhere on the outside. He's going to switch back, yeah.
Thank you for turning in.
I love when Ben says that. We literally saw him turn it on someone just a second ago.
Skyzy tried.
Skyzy did try. Karim still leads. So now it's all just if there's going to be some drama for the leaders. Karim has actually got a bit of a gap here. 6/10 to Kai. How has he got 6/10 to Kai? Oh, of course, Kai's got his soft still, has he? Oh, huge. That was huge for Karim.
They are gaining at an alarming rate to the back of Karim, but it is the
Rising around the outside. Nicely done. Beautiful. How much battery they got, though? But surely Karim has got this now. There's certainly going to be no more drama. So Karim is going to win a championship and probably the race. And looks like Razin is going to be P2. Kai P3. No, Lolly P3. Lolly had to shave some battery. And there it is. And there it is. Formula Karim wins the championship. All the controversy seems to be about the Kai thing. There was way more in that race. So here's the final standings then. So Karim does indeed win the championship by 13 points in the end over Ben. But really, honestly, the biggest thing today was Ben's squeezing Razin and giving himself damage. That was by far the biggest thing that happened that race. So ultimately, it was Ben that cost himself the championship, not anything else. McLaren also take the Constructors' Championship as well in the final round, thanks to Karim's win. I had a P5, not too bad, 88 points back. Bear in mind, I missed like 4 races, I think, something like that. Meraki gets P3 as well, beats GB, who also didn't attend the last race, so only beats him by 1 point, and even though he attended every single round, so pop a pinch of salt on that one. My team as well finishes P4 in the standings. Honestly, Karim, the fact that was even close is a joke. Karim won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 full points races. 7 out of 16. And he only just scrapes the championship at the end. Because he had an 8th, a 9th, a 8th, and a DNF on the sprint. And fair play to Ben as well. Ben had probably his best season, honestly, in terms of consistency. Because he only won 2 races across the whole season. But his absolute worst result was a 7th place. 2 7th places. But, like, just lots of podiums. So just super consistent from Ben, honestly. The only time wasn't in the points was in the Vegas sprint, and that's obviously because him and Karim had that big incident. So, yeah. So there we go then, there was my analysis of the Creator Series finale. Once again, congratulations to Formula Karim on winning the championship. Definitely thoroughly deserved with those 7 wins across the season. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, because obviously not participating in it, I don't want to do this all the time. I'd rather drive in it than analyse it, but a little bit different. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it nonetheless, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.